Hi guys, in this video we're going to talk about using Cato controls to stop the data leakage and sensitive data that might be in screenshots uploaded to generative AI tools. So the example there is you take a screenshot of some text or some financial data innocently and then you upload it to ChatGPT or Gemini, and then you want it to be able to read it or translate it or do something with it. That could be potentially data leakage in your organization. You could be letting go of PII, you could be out of compliance. Cato has a unique approach to this is we can decrypt the data, we can then scan it, so we can do OCR scans of images to see if there's any financial data, PII, or whatever you want to look for, and then block just that data so any other screenshot data can then be allowed to go through. So you can still use the valuable GenAI tools, but not allow sensitive data to leave your organization. Let's walk through an example of that. So we call it the screenshot loophole. So an employee takes a screenshot of some kind of financial information, uploads it. We decrypt it in Cato. We use our OCR inspection, which I'm going to show you, and then we use inline enforcement to block it. So let's walk through what that looks like here. So first and foremost, let's go straight to the actual Cato CMA here. So let me go over to this tab. So I'm going to go over to security, and I'm going to go to data and up in data types and profiles is where I want to go first. So in this case, I'm going to use credit cards as my example, but you could use any data profile you want. Feel free to mess around with this, adding different data profiles. I'm going to edit this just to show you. So I have it credit cards, and what's the data type? It's credit card numbers, and I have this box check for OCR scan enabled, hit apply. So make sure that's set up in your environment. All right, that's the first and foremost. We have our data type and profile. Now I'm going to go to App and Data Inline. I have a rule set up here called monitor and block risky GenAI apps. I'm going to show you what that looks like. So in here, I'm going to go in general. I'm going to name it. For testing, I'm going to put in rule 1. The application category is generative AI tools. You could apply this to anything, but now we're talking about GenAI tools and stopping those OCR uploads, those screenshots. The activity I have is upload. And here's where that data profile comes in. We're using that credit card DLP profile, and the OCR enabled is checked in there. So now it's going to scan images and look for credit cards in there. And again, you can use different types of data profiles. I highly encourage you to test that. You can change sources and device posture if you want. There's different parameters in here. And then the action I'm going to choose is block. You could choose monitor. I want to block it when credit cards are being uploaded to ChatGPT, either by a file or by a screenshot. And then I'm going to hit apply, and you can have it send a notification as well. And then when you do that, then you're going to hit save out here, wait a couple minutes, and then that'll be published to your Cato management application and allow that rule to be applied and tested. So now let's go out and let's test that rule. Now that we have the rule set up, let's go out and test it. Let me go into my Cato VM here. I'm connected via the STP client. You could be behind a socket. I have some sensitive data here. I took a screenshot of a spreadsheet of some financial information, some customer data that you might have. I'm into ChatGPT. I want to analyze that data. I want to take a look at it. So I'm uploading it here, and I'm setting it up, and it's going to start the upload process here. And boom, it failed to upload because it's blocking that now. So it's saying, boom, this is not allowed in here. So now that that's happened, we're going to say like, all right, now it's blocked it. Even though that was an image, it saw credit cards in there and said, boom, you're blocked. And so now we can go out to the actual Cato management application and see what that looks like. So let's go actually out to the Cato management, back to the Cato management application here. I'm going to hit security, home, and then I'm going to go to actually security, so my bad, GenAI apps. And then here in the GenAI apps, we can see where we've had blocks. And so you can see Cato Labs is the username, and then I can see the individual the blocks that have been happening. So if there's been any blocks, so monitor and block risky applications, there it is. And then if I want to, I can view the events associated with that. So I can go view the event. Let's go and take a look at the last hour just to watch that one that just came in to see if that happened. Yeah, so you can see here it's like, boom, just came in. Credit cards was the profile. ChatGPT, there's Cato Labs. And then I can go and see here's the block that happened. So it's blocking it. And I can go view that event for more details. Let's look at that. So now I actually have the event in summary, and you can search for this as well. You can see the action is blocked. There's related apps. Here's the details here. The Cato app is ChatGPT, and it's got lots of details in here. And then there's the path URL, and then you can see lots of it. And here's the actual rule. That's that rule that we set up here, right? And then here's the user. So I have my username, and then the Cato Labs, and then it's inspecting any from that TLS rule. So it's got lots of relevant information about what was being sent up here, and there was obviously credit cards in that particular file. So, all right, let's go back out here. In summary, go back out to the GenAI apps. We set up a rule, an App Data Inline rule. We set data type and profile. We had OCR enabled. We have credit cards. We then applied that rule in App and Data Inline under security here. And then we built that rule, and then we applied it and saved it. Then we tested it by uploading that data here into ChatGPT, a screenshot of some sensitive data. It blocked it. We then saw that data here in under security and then GenAI apps, and we saw that block happen, and then we looked at the events. All right, guys, thanks so much. I hope this was helpful.